All right, if you've been paying any sort of attention, the night before I recorded this video, the DOJ and the FBI have concluded that Epstein had no client list and that he died by suicide. That was broke by Axios. Now, I'm going to go through the actual article because it's much worse than what the title simply says, but let me get this out the way. Okay, I know you all are smart, and I know you all know that this is a load of bullshit, okay? It contradicts what Jeffrey Epstein was charged with, as well as Ghislaine Maxwell. And of course, Pam Bondi herself, when asked about the client list, saying that she had documents on her desk, and now all of a sudden there's no client list. But I'm going to give you my thoughts on this. But first, let's go through this article and some of the more important bits. It says that the Justice Department and the FBI have concluded they have no evidence that convicted sex offender and disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein blackmailed powerful figures, kept a client list, or was murdered, according to a memo detailing the findings obtained by Axios. Okay. Now, of course, they released this video, which, remember, there were tech issues. Now, all of a sudden, they have this video and they have released this like 10 hours long. You can go check that out. Now, it does document that Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, right? Before they were serving, they questioned the official narrative. Now, all of a sudden, they just served the administration. And now they're saying, without a doubt, okay, he killed himself, no client list whatsoever. Now, this is one of the worst parts of this because the memo does say that no one else involved in the Epstein case will be charged. They're basically saying, hey, you saw, there's nothing to see here, okay? And by the way, nobody else is getting charged. We're through with this. Guys, y'all know my thoughts about the administration, and I know that it frustrates a lot of you, and I totally empathize with your positions on that, okay? But I do want to say that having this sort of blind loyalty, be it to this administration, be it to Trump or the Republican Party, has done nothing but get you burned. This is one of the more egregious examples because they are lying to your face, and they're going to go on like absolutely nothing happened, though we understand that that is a load of crap, okay? My issue here is that anytime there's anybody that is critical, that is leaning towards the right, okay, on economic issues, and that is critical of Trump, the administration, they are dogpiled on, okay? There are a lot of recent examples. Maybe one of the more recent examples is Thomas Massie. Okay, lots of weird narratives that have been running around pertaining to Massie and likes guys that are Congress folk that are similar to him, that really, they just take the positions that they ran upon, okay? And you will just repeat what others say. Oh, well, he's just grandstanding. What have they done? And apparently accomplishing something in the political realm just means passing dog shit bills. That's what it means, right? It means owning the libs or just winning elections or getting a bill passed. That's doing something no matter what it's filled with, no matter if it goes against the, like maybe gun rights, goes against some of the economic issues that they ran upon, positive. None of that even matters, right? As long as a bill passes, right, all is good. And I'm not telling you to have a blind allegiance to Massie either. Or Rand Paul. I'm just showing you the evidence here that anytime there is someone that actually bucks the system, from Ron Paul to Rand Paul to Amash, right, to Massie, guys like that, again, that lean towards the right. They're not leftists by any means. You lump them with them. And remember, my criticism of Donald Trump have always been that he's too much of a leftist. It's been that way. I've been very, very consistent on this since he ran for office. Okay? You're not helping yourselves. You're not helping this country. You're not advancing liberty by just going along with this. Now, I'm not telling you guys to go support a new party. Okay? I'm not a member of the Libertarian Party. As an example, despite me being a libertarian, those guys hate me. Very aware of that. There's some guys in there that do some solid work, but, you know, a lot of those guys aren't very fond of me. That's it. Like, Elon, the people are dogpiling him, or he wants to start this new party. Not telling you to support his new party. That's not what I'm saying. But what's been happening is that they hold basically your vote hostage. And what I mean by that, really your loyalty hostage. And it means that they don't have to get anything done. It means they can lie in your face, right? You're getting slow deportations, right? As of right now, the numbers, they're behind. He's behind even his predecessors and guys like Obama. And no, that is not because the deportations were redefined. No, I'm talking specifically about removals, okay? Not people just turned away at the border. He's still behind on that. If that's the issue that's near and dear to your heart, they're still behind on that. We know his spending efforts were atrocious his first go around under the administration, signing all these dog crap bills. We understand that, and now we're doing it again. He had nerve to call something a big, beautiful bill. He's just telling you, right? It's a bunch of poor field nonsense. Oh, well, if you don't support these guys, the Democrats win. The Democrats win anyway, because you're always negotiating towards what they want, whether they have the presidency or not. It doesn't matter. It's the same result. So maybe people want to try something different. Maybe don't attack them because of that. It's totally understandable. It's justified because they're tired of getting the same bullcrap. Well, they dangle a little carrot right in front of you. Say there's this issue that's near and dear to your heart. We may do something to address that, but we're also going to pass a bunch of other nonsense and spit in your face in the process. We know this high-profile case. We understand that you saw it top to bottom. We understand that their statements, they understand this. Their statements contradict one another. We know the debacle with all those influencers they were rolling out. We understand all of that, and they're just going to walk on by, hey, there's nothing to see here. And these are your guys. These are the guys you said we're supposed to support. Oh, well, the Democrats win if you don't. They win either way. And you may be asking, what is my solution? Been pretty consistent on this. Advocate liberty. And if that means maybe being against, I don't know, the guy holding his feet to the fire at minimum that you have been told to support, so be it. You don't owe these guys any allegiance. These are politicians. I don't care where they're leaning. They're politicians at the end of the day. Supposedly they're serving you, not the other way around. And we definitely, because there's a lot of influencer sort of culture surrounding politics, especially nowadays, so people can get by just on rhetoric. And there's a lot of economics also that people have tied to supporting, like Trump. You know, there's a bunch of people that have popped up, you know, and become these commentators on various issues that are now, you know, again, even serving this administration, right? Because of their either their allegiance to Trump. Of course, you expect that from them. But my argument has been very, very consistent on this. You're not helping yourselves out. By going along with this bullcrap, you're not helping yourselves out. It's funny. They say that, you know, people that value liberty, whether libertarians, conservatarians, whatever you want to call these people, right? They're idealistic. And I'd make the argument that you're being an idealist or ideologue, right? In supporting these guys and acting like, well, if we support them, we get behind them, we give them our loyalty, we trust them, they're going to make things right. That's where they got you, because they can get away with a story like this, in which everybody knows is nonsense. This isn't under the Democrats. I think they're both in on it. Both parties are in on it. Okay, I think that regardless of if they have an R or a D next to this name, there are very, very powerful people that would be absolutely destroyed if this list were to get out, or if we got the full truth here. And they're in the cahoots. They're all in on it with each other. All that fighting that they supposedly do amongst each other, right? You guys are our enemies. No, they're not. They're very, very, very similar, especially economically. You've heard me make this argument for the last 15 years, especially economically. With very few exceptions, they're very, very, very similar. The only difference for the most part is rhetoric. How they present certain ideas. But you get much of the same. You get piled up debt. You get the increase of the welfare statism. You get your rights being infringed upon. You get that. It's just, well, we package it differently, right? Well, the Democrats are in office. It's the Republicans trying to get what they want in these bills, right? But still negotiating on their like to the left, right? Still doing the same thing. It's the same thing when the Republicans run the presidency and the other branches as well, or rather have the Congress and the presidency. It's the same thing. Same thing. You get the same result. So I don't knock people for wanting to try something different. Again, not telling you go to support a third party. But what I'm saying is this nonsense of, well, you should, or you want the Democrats to win, you should go support Republicans or try to reform that party. People try to do that and you dogpile on them. Instead, you get a president that goes after as far as their voting records are concerned, one of the most liberty-minded congressmen of all time, goes after a guy like that, and Massey endorses people like Lindsey Graham. So the folks that are going within the party to try to make an adjustment, you go attack them when they go against the grain. It's the same result. So people not wanting to participate in this charade, I don't knock them. I'm going to be very interested to see how this base responds to them, because again, this is one of the most egregious examples of them lying to you, and everybody knows it.